Okay. Are we good? I think so. Alright then. Hello everyone. It's your fair programming error that was refused to be fixed. CodeErr. And welcome back to Genshin. Hooray for the return. The grand return. Because it's been about a day. Hooray. We also have the return of, obviously, Soroba Katsukane, who is first. Anyway, hi Spin and Neon. Hope everyone's having a great day. A fantastic day, even. I don't want to delay too much because we have stuff to do today. We still gotta finish off the Archon quest. Like the epilogue, essentially, of this act, of the Archon quest. And also, after that, we will do either character story quest or we'll do the Tribal Chronicles with Citlali.
Hey, is that part new? Hyman's never seen it before.
Ha! Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Nice. Could do the music event real quick. Let me wrap up this Archon quest first. Perhaps. And then we'll see.
We are gathered here today to bid farewell to all who lost their lives in this war.
Restep plan is going smoothly. I shall check that later.
This struggle has caused us profound pain and brought us face to face with loneliness and loss. But through it all, our bravery and resolve never wavered, and we never lost sight of victory. Even the tiniest of sparks can unite to become a blazing fire. They lit our way forward and showed us the path to victory. When our homeland is revived and life blooms again, they will return to us with the first rain of spring. It is just as our poem describes. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation. The fallen are never truly lost to us. We will be reunited one day.
Well, except for those few souls that... Actually, never mind, let's not talk about that.
And as we create new legends and write new poems in honor of our beloved homeland, they will always be with us. Their deeds immortalized in our memory, and their names immortalized in stone. This epic will be remembered in the actions of every valiant warrior and brave Saurian, all equally important and indispensable.
I mean, one day the streak has to break. There's no way you will be able to keep that up forever, Spinne. But I'm curious how long it'll last.
I would also like to take the time to recognize the F2P Harbinger, who sacrificed his life for our cause. He was a warrior from Conria, who helped defend our nation 500 years ago. A man who used his own heart as refuge for the souls of the fallen. For the chance to offer them a final resting place, he chose to fight with us once again. In the end, he fulfilled his wish and returned the souls to the ley lines. By turning his curse into a weapon, he defeated his fated foe and protected me in the process.
Honestly, absolute legend.
We have had our differences in the past, and I cannot say his character is representative of all in his organization. But on this occasion, we honor him as one of our own. In Natlan, all heroes are worthy of celebration.
Honestly, again, Captain Absolute MVP. Absolute legend. Yeah, I saw him too. That's why I pointed him out specifically. Paid tribute. Citlali!
My teacher once said the weight of fate is decided by the one who has to bear it. You helped Natlan overcome a cruel fate. From now on, we will always be there to help you. Now, we just need to see where your fate, no, our fate, leads us.
Yeah, our fate, because your fate will lead you to my team. Look at he was all. Hello, Mororon.
When Guthred's soul possessed my body, all I saw was a dark abyss. The captain carried countless souls within him. It must have taken so much strength to live like that for hundreds of years.
Capitano mains.
For us, his death is something
Only
sad.
3 stages?
But
Damn.
for him,
there's a lot less now than I
maybe
remember.
it finally allowed him to be at peace.
Ah, our hero's here. Is there something you want to discuss?
5 stages. I am 90% certain it's 5 stages. About the stance of the Heavenly Principles and the Shades?
The forces of the Abyss have always sought to corrode Tevat. The ley lines were created by the Heavenly Principles, and it's only with their protection that Tevat is able to nurture all forms of life.
It's time
if
for
the
the
Abyss
question
had
round.
free reign, this world would become a
The
living
question
hell.
round is normally what happens at
We
the end
saw
of an
that for
Archon
ourselves.
quest. But we can't be done with Natlan entirely yet. We're done with the main story, but there is still gonna be like what, 2 more acts, I imagine? Because there's still an entire tribe we haven't visited yet, after all.
Any attempt by humanity
even though
to
the main
harness
story
the
is
power
done,
of the
there's still
Abyss
more.
is met with swift punishment. The Heavenly Principles and the Shades show no mercy in that regard. That unyielding approach is also the source of great sorrow and hatred. The situation goes beyond a simple discussion of right versus wrong. Perhaps the truth will reveal itself during your future adventures.
About the Oath of Resurrection somehow taking effect before victory.
Oh, isn't it obvious? The Oath of Resurrection didn't take effect at all. Your own strength is what allowed you to keep fighting, as well as the moral support from everyone in Natlan.
So once again, we win through the power of friendship. Very similar to what happened in Azuma.
Still, moral support is also an important, if underappreciated, effect of the Oath of Resurrection.
About Natlan's Gnosis.
The captain's subordinates sent us a letter he left behind. After our duel at the stadium, he asked Tsaritsa to remove him from the responsibility of obtaining the Gnosis, and his request was granted. The captain respected the outcome of that match, and refused to violate his principles. But, since this is the final Gnosis, I doubt that Tsaritsa will let the situation
Yeah,
stand.
so that's what the next... Probably... I'm assuming like maybe 2. I'm assuming 2, maybe 3 more acts are gonna be someone else coming to pick up the Gnosis. I wonder who it's
Perhaps a
gonna be.
replacement Harbinger will be sent here soon. I'll make sure to be prepared.
The question is, will it be someone we know, or will it be a new Harbinger we haven't met yet? Fingers crossed we don't have to meet the Doctor again. Fingers crossed. About the next stop on my journey.
A direct conflict with the Fatui is unavoidable the moment you step foot in Snezhnaya. So make sure you're ready for any scenario. On a related note, I've acquired some new intel about the fragment that suddenly appeared in the sky. Such fragments are known as Ancient Moon's remnants. Relics of secret source technology from the era of the ancient dragons. Coincidentally, a small squad of Fatui infiltrated our borders around the same time it appeared.
Intriguing. Also, hi Bones. How is you today?
Our investigation revealed them to be the subordinates of the Doctor. Their stronghold is in Nod Krai, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya.
Speak of the devil. There's a Doctor mention. Of course, subordinates of the Doctor always have to do something here. I'm assuming, okay, because they're mentioning the Doctor like this, and, you know, the stronghold and everything, I am assuming the doctor is not gonna be the one who's coming over, and we are gonna meet the doctor once we go to Not Cry. Actually, well, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya. Will that be like an interlude chapter, maybe? Maybe that'll be like a small little interlude, no man's land kind of dealio before we go to Snezhnaya? Who knows? Yeah, with his one-shot character. Yeah, I know that. I know that Kirill needs a little bit of help. Glad you're able to give that extra bit of help. Honestly, I am shocked at how much thought he's apparently willing to put into a one-shot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I intend to have fun, but it seems like he's very committed to making that one-shot character as good as can be. But yeah, probably interlude, I imagine so as well.
The people there can use a very special power. It's said that this mysterious power predates even the 7 elements of Tevat.
Ooh.
Ancient Moon's remnants, the Doctor, a mysterious power. The project that connects all 3 must be ambitious indeed.
Can't wait to find out more about that. Anyway, again, the fact that we're asking about the next stop on our journey, and after asking about that we talk about Snezhnaya, that means there really isn't much left to Natlan. Again, even though there's still an entire tribe we have to visit, I assume, again, it's gonna be like... I don't think it's just gonna be 1 more act, I think it's probably gonna be 2 more. But yeah, it's not gonna be too much longer before we move on. Quantum and Imaginary. Starlace Genshin confirmed. Imagine. About the tribe my ancient name will belong to.
Huh? Tribe? Oh, you're thinking along the lines of how the names of the 6 heroes were inherited. In truth, apart from a few ancient names associated with a certain tribal culture or tradition, most ancient names can be inherited by anyone.
I assume that an ancient name can only be inherited, you know, once I am dead. Otherwise, I'd be very curious to see who would inherit my ancient name.
Your name likely falls under that category. The Wyab will select someone who shares your character and name them as your successor. Of course, that won't happen for a very long time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to be dead for that to happen. Or at the very least, leave this world. Like, maybe I don't have to be dead. I don't know how old the travelers get. But I'm assuming once we finally are ready to move on to a different world again and leave this world behind, then it's probably gonna be possible for someone to inherit our ancient name. I don't have any other questions.
The long journey of the Pyro Archon has now come to an end. Together, we overcame darkness and death to accomplish something truly remarkable.
Turn years old on average.
As we celebrate your glory, allow me to thank you once again. This time, just as Mavuika. Thank you for the respect, understanding, and support every step of the way.
It was my honor. Again, that was supposed to be... we would have gotten quite a few main character voice lines in this update. This update had quite a few main character voice lines planned. And we're not getting any of them because they couldn't get the voice actor.
An honor we share. You can keep chatting with your friends nearby. I think I'll stay here for now and watch over them.
I guess I'll talk to the characters who don't have voices as well.
Muscles grow stronger through periods of strain, and people work the same way. Even though the crisis is over, we will still band together for the sake of a new future. And you should really come to the Collective of Plenty sometime, especially you, Paimon. Your nutrition plan is already set.
Okay, so you can help Paimon get stronger, right? If something like this happens again, Paimon wants to fight by the Traveler's side.
Paimon as a playable character when?
Of course, you've got serious potential.
Paimon, you better be a proper fighter at some point. Actually be useful, please.
Strange. Why
I would
does
pull.
no
Of
one
course you
praise
would.
the deeds of the Almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula! Does no one care about my heroism? A great hero such as myself, forced to remain nameless! Ignorant fools.
Fine, I guess you helped out. Good job.
Well. A compliment. After all these years. It's about time you knew your place, lowly servant.
I feel like Paimon would be one of those characters you don't even need to pull. She would just be a character you unlock naturally at some point.
Why are you glaring at me? Oof.
When was the last time? I don't think there is any character you unlock naturally after Mondstadt, right? I think you only unlock characters naturally in Mondstadt and then never again. Other than that, it's always for pulls or I guess through event distributions. Either from events or through wishes, but there is no other way outside of Mondstadt, I think, where you unlock a character naturally. Unless you count, you know, the different elements for Traveler.
After you got back, you mentioned you saw Koichi in the Night Kingdom. So, she helped you then?
Yeah, she brought a lot of Saurians.
Good. I'm sure that made her happy.
Lizardo makes a strong 3-5-star. So, there's still time. Zero in your
It's
dreams,
alright.
you know.
I don't think she's going to come see me.
Well, she did say as much.
She's probably sick of nagging her older sister. Still, thank you for telling me.
Light. Hello.
Natlan has a bright future because of you. And I have a chance to make up for my regrets.
It's like calling for some arrow. Alright. I forgot that you get Kale for free. But was the free character just like an event thingy? Or was that actually a permanent thing that is still around? Because I'm pretty sure it was on the event overview. But I guess it's a permanent thing on the perma event, okay. Yeah, not a single strong free character. That is fair.
Hey, did you hear? As long as we get permission from our chief, we can leave Natlan as much as we want.
Yeah, it's because the ley lines have been restored, right? And the Lord of the Night is a lot stronger now.
That means we can finally see the outside world for ourselves. I heard that Fontaine has a huge
Of course
ocean.
she would go to Fontaine.
That is
She already
totally
talked
my
about
vibe.
blubber beasts.
I can't wait to go see it.
I want to go to Liyue. The mountains are supposed to be super tall.
Also, the obvious thing, the Hydro character wants to go to Fontaine, the Hydro Nation, and the Geo character wants to go to Liyue, the Geo Nation. What a surprise.
Sounds like the makings of a great vacation. Let's start planning. But first, we all promised we would go to the hot springs together. Then we'll be hot springs buddies for life.
Alright, I think I've had a little chat with basically everyone. Wait. You're hiding in the corner over here.
The stories of heroes will continue to be passed down from generation to generation. If Natlan faces a crisis again, I'm sure people will look to our story as a source of hope. We've earned our place in history. That's pretty surreal, don't you think?
Naya and Dragonspine. Ah, yes, the cryo character is speaking. Alright, I think I've talked to all the important characters. Let's salute. I mean, Mondstadt is pretty cool, I will admit.
What are you thinking about, Traveler? Oh, the battle, right? Even though we won in the end, it cost a lot to get to this point, huh?
Sing your final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. This monument commemorates the 2,127 brave warriors who gave their lives in the war for Natlan. Let's leave this for them. Apparently you got less. Damn, I suck. take my crown. But hey, Spinne, of course you suck less. After all, it's what I do best. You can't expect to do a better job at that than me. Alright, we're back. Don't win a 50-50. We'll see about that.
Story! Story! I want to hear a story!
I think we all did a terrible job. We all had a shit ton of people die on us.
Tell us!
I wonder what the record is for the lowest number of people who died.
Well, you kids don't miss a beat, do you? All right. You can be the first audience for this new tale. Let me know what you think. Now, where to begin?
Want to stop and listen to the story? Sounds pretty fun.
Sure. Is it my story?
This is a story of the great heroes of our time. There are 3 great heroes at the center of this tale.
Ha! I wonder who those 3 heroes could possibly be. It's not like you can definitely immediately tell from the weapons or anything, no.
The first is an outlander known as the Traveler. A warrior of great strength, completely immune to the power of the Abyss. Most importantly, the Traveler is kind and brave. Someone who treasures those around him.
Nah.
You could call him a natural-born hero.
Anything but that.
Yeah, he's super strong. Tell us more.
Hey, just let him finish the story.
Don't mind me just standing there listening.
The man telling the story keeps looking this way, Traveler. Paimon thinks he recognizes you.
Well, we've really made a name for ourselves in Natlan.
The second hero is also an outlander. Many years ago, he forged a connection with this land and used his body as a vessel for the souls of his fallen comrades. His goal was to give them a home and, with that, a chance to be reborn into this world. The third hero is none other than our current Archon, Mavuika. Not only is she a powerful and respected figure, but she
can also ride a
commands
bike.
the power of the Ode of Resurrection, which can bring people back from the dead. With the support of 6 heroes from 500 years ago, she united Natlan against a dangerous foe. Now, this story truly begins with the arrival of the Traveler in Natlan.
Of course, always.
Under his guidance, Kachina performed exceptionally well in the pilgrimage and earned her
We're really
chance
getting the full
at
story
Night
recap
Warden
now, huh?
Wars.
Yeah. I mean, why are we
Suddenly,
standing all the way over here?
The sky turned dark. The sacred flame went out, and Gasoithoth appeared. Everyone
Little
gathered at
clapping
the
sound
stadium and sang the Ode
over
of
the complete
Resurrection
silence.
together to send their support to the furthest corner of the Night Kingdom. Hermione became known by all, and everyone began reciting the words that defined its message. In the beginning, there was darkness.
1.5 to 8k. People can let 8,000 people die. Oh my god.
Until
How badly do you
someone
have to do for that
set
to happen?
themselves aflame. Only then did the universe know light.
Yeah, we didn't completely fuck up. Far from it, apparently.
Anyway, the dust has now settled, and Natlan has entered a new era of peace. The Traveler fought for life. The Captain fought for death. and our Archon, Mavuika, created a bridge between them.
Wow! Is there more? Please don't let that be the end.
Sounds like you like this one. Tell you what, give me some time and I'll write it all out in even greater detail.
I loved it! This is the best story ever!
Wait, man, if only you'd see, if only you were alive to witness that time.
And Tumaini is the coolest ancient name. I get to be Tumaini today, okay, guys? Hey, it's supposed to be my turn. No, it's my turn.
No, it's my turn! I get to be Tumaini today! So, no one wants to be the Pyro Archon anymore?
Damn! Waltzes up into the nation of the Pyro Archon, completely takes all her fame. Nobody wants to be the Pyro Archon. There's a new cool kid on the block.
Sounds fun. What do you say, Traveler? Wanna let Paimon be Tumaini for the day?
Sure, then I'll be Paimon.
Alrighty then. Let's go, Paimon. A new adventure awaits.
Oh boy. Well, that's that. Why? Okay, I'll have to check that. I assume... Yeah, that is just... I don't know what that's for. Maybe that unlocks something? I don't know what it would unlock. There's the new weekly boss. Yeah, I know, music event. Perfectly aware that you want to see that. But don't rush me. We'll get to it, trust me. Let me unlock you. It's not accepted though. The thing is, how do we want to do this then? I feel like this is gonna be the shorter one, right? This one should be shorter. Oh, that's the red, duh, that's what that is. This should be shorter than the new character story quest, I assume. After all, we already completed the first 2 parts of the Tribal Chronicles. So since we had to do like half an hour for the basically epilogue of this act of the Archon quest, and we're doing the music event, which is relatively short, that means after that we should probably do the Tribal Chronicles because they are the shorter of the 2 options, right? I assume so. Anyway, let's check this out. We're going back to Mondstadt. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Well, then again, we always come back here to join someone and give Windtrace a go.
That's quite a crowd over there. Is someone doing a performance? Let's go see.
Let's go see indeed.
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm I'm working on becoming a bard. Thanks for coming out today, and yeah, I guess I'll start the song now.
All goes quiet on Star Snatch Cliff. High in the trees, all is...
Oh wait, sorry, that's not right.
Wow, she's so good.
High in the trees, no whiff of the wind, no sign of the birds, no flapping of wings.
All is dead.
Oh, then it goes.
Pause. Pause for a moment, and...
Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't
Should
get
have practiced
tongue-tied
a
at
bit
all on the
more.
42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't I get it right now?
The 40s.
Better than Venti, absolutely.
Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So This is my 101st time playing this song, but my first time performing it live.
Damn.
I really thought it would go well this time, but nope. I blew it again. Though not for lack of practice, surely. I guess I need to figure out what I was doing right on my 42nd and 90th attempts and keep practicing.
Maybe the problem isn't the amount of practice, but something else.
Right. That amount of practice should have been more than enough. If it still isn't working, maybe it's more a question of how you've been practicing. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some suggestions.
Oh, please, I dabble.
And, Paimon can give you pro tips from an audience perspective, as a highly seasoned and professional audience person.
Aw, that's so kind of you. I'm touched that you're willing to help me. Give me a second. Let me just check my notes. Or, actually, why don't I just give you my notes so you can read them for yourself?
Notes about what?
Also, since this is like an event without a timer on it or anything, does that mean we now have a permanent rhythm game in Genshin?
Just things I jot down after each practice. Stuff
Perhaps.
to watch out for, areas to improve on, etc. Oh, but you can ignore the second half. That's just my random thoughts on other people's performances and trying out different instruments.
Perma it's awesome. Let's go. I wonder what it's gonna be like. Is it gonna be the typical one with the scroll? Or is it gonna be like, I believe it was the first rhythm game in Genshin, where you had the circles closing in. And you had to look in different spots and see, okay, now it's closing in here, there. Yeah, I think that was the first one. I assume it's not like that. The worn-out notebook records Sansa's detailed reflections on her rehearsals, but the random thoughts in the second half are quite verbose. It sounds less like journaling and more like an essay or research report.
Whoa, this is denser than the encyclopedias in the Mondstadt library. So are you like a music scholar, collector, librarian?
Well, my parents always hoped I'd become a scholar, so they made me take classes in all of those things and more. But now, I'm applying everything I've learned in academia to becoming a bard.
That sounds logical, but feels off somehow.
Well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Or am I approaching my rehearsals wrong?
It feels like your efforts are misdirected.
Paimon never knew being a bard was such hard work. The tone-deaf bard always makes it look so easy. He never seems stressed out at all.
Yeah, because he's drunk half the time.
And still, his singing and lyre playing always sound really great. Unless he's actually been practicing in secret.
Oh! Venti, I feel like you're missing your vocal cords. Oh, for fuck's sake. He was listening. Yeah, all he can do now is listen, because he can't make a sound anymore himself. Wow, tone-deaf bard now actually can't produce any tones anymore either. What kind of bard are you, Venti? When you can't even talk anymore, at the very least.
Looking for me, Code?
Venti!
Ah! Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from?
Which wind brought you here? Oh my god. Code, can you gotta sing for me? Because my voice is gone. Ooh woo. Yeah, that is absolutely Venti.
Why the sweet wind of reminiscence, of course. Sweet with a hint of exotic flora blowing from a land far away.
Well, Paimon sure hasn't missed that attitude.
Actually, I was just out taking a stroll in the countryside when inspiration struck me like an apple falling from a tree. So I grabbed a leaf and hastily wrote down a few lines of verse.
I see, Sir Isaac Newton.
But before I could finish, there was a whoosh.
A whoosh?
Yes, the sound of mischievous wind, who insisted on being the first one to read my new poem. It whipped the leaf right out of my hand and whisked it away. I was about to give chase, but then I saw a dark silhouette appear and grab the leaf in its mouth. I sneezed a few times, and when I recovered, my second avid reader had vanished without a trace. Gotta hate them cat allergies. I'm so sorry for you, Venti. Now I'm having the urge to sneeze again just thinking about it.
So it must have been a cat that stole the leaf, right? And with your allergies, you can't exactly go chasing it down.
But we can help.
I can help too, Venti. Your music has always been a huge inspiration to me, so it would be my honor. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on songwriting from you? Sorry, I know I shouldn't spring that on you. I was just worried if I stayed quiet now, I might be too shy to ask later, and I didn't want to let the opportunity slip by, so I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make this weird.
It's fine. If problems are the veins on the leaf, inspiration is like the nutrients that flow through them. You've got to grab them when you can. So, whatever questions you have, ask away. I'll surely share my thoughts with you.
Wow, really? Okay, I'll just grab my... Wait, where's my notebook? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, give me a second.
Sansa frantically flicks through the questions page on her notebook, takes a deep breath, then explains her background and the issue she's having. I see. Well, it sounds like you've already mastered music theory and your instrument. I don't think you need my input on either of those.
Huh? But then, why did her performance go so badly despite all the effort she put in? There's gotta be a reason for it.
I guess I just lack that natural talent. Maybe I'm not meant to be a bard, huh?
Do you still remember why you wanted to become a bard in the first place?
Oh, let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear this bard singing outside the window. His wonderful melodies and beautiful voice were like a soft breeze that stirred my heart. I remember thinking to myself, if I became a bard, could I be free like him?
When I was the children yearn for the mines, you know it.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be free
I
and happy
know
just
I
like
yearn for the
him.
mines.
And like him, I wanted to share that joy with the whole world. But I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's no use. As soon as the performance starts, I get tongue-tied.
Well, I think you are a true bard.
What? But I can't even get my words out.
Didn't you say that you dreamed of becoming a bard for the sake of freedom and happiness? A bard's voice is like the wind. Nothing can tie it down and nothing can stand in its way. Otherwise you wouldn't have heard that bard's voice from your bedroom where you were studying. I do believe you're a true bard, but there's too much noise in your ears and you've allowed that to drown out your own thoughts. That's what's holding you back. Stop worrying about what other people think, yeah.
Exactly. If you really want to share freedom and joy with the world, first you need to be the freest and happiest person of them all.
Nice, Paimon. Sounds like you have the makings of a bard too.
So, I've got to be my freest, happiest self in order to share that with others. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, thank you all so much. I'll be sure to take that to heart.
Well, since we're all here, why not give it another shot with Code and I accompanying you on our instruments? I'd be happy to.
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most professional and freest audience you'll ever find.
Oh, I'm sure. Could you not applaud while we're in the middle of the performance?
That was my first ever successful performance in front of a crowd. For once, I didn't stumble over my words. Oh, I'm so happy! Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. I could roam freely, and nothing could stop me.
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show. Wait, a cat?
Cat, do you have leaf?
Ah, it must be my second avid reader. Let's go ask it about its thoughts on my...
Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry.
Wow,
that's
Charcoal
my
is such a
neighbor's
nice
cat.
name.
Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the windowsill and listen in.
What was that in its mouth? Was it the leaf with Venti's poem?
Charcoal! That belongs to Venti. It's very important to him. Could you give it back? You've helped me so much. I feel bad that I have no way to repay you.
Hey, you've helped me plenty. You got my missing inspiration back, didn't you? That's a huge headshot. Let's ask Kitty for a critique. I assume that means it was good. You liked it? Whoa, not so close. No more peeking. I haven't finished writing it yet. What a friendly feline. My friends, I hope to see you at my next performance.
Gone like the wind.
I can hardly
Thankfully.
believe I got a personal lesson from Venti himself. I must find time to thank him properly. Oh, and of course, I owe you two a huge thank you as well. I can't offer much, but why don't you take this songbook? It's from back when I was studying. I noted down all kinds of tunes from many parts of the world. Maybe you'll find it useful. Oh, and as well as tunes, I also collected all kinds of instruments.
Oh!
You're welcome to try them out anytime you
All
want.
kinds of instruments, huh?
It'd be great to have another musician to trade tips with.
Want him to suffer?
We'll
Everyone
definitely take you
wants
up
the
on
tone
that.
deaf bard to suffer. Oh, and that's the event. Collection of sheet music given to you by Sons of the Bard. It contains musical scores and performance insights gathered from various nations, penned with such detail as to rival a musical encyclopedia. Such a collection at the disposal, a musician could play many enchanting melodies indeed. Well, I did the event. As for the actual gameplay portion, well, we might do some of it at the end, depending on how much time we have left. Because let's face it, our next quest isn't gonna be as long as a character quest. I'm gonna say it's gonna take like, what? Two hours? Probably less than 2 hours. Between 1.5 and 2 hours, I'm gonna guess. Because we already completed the first 2 parts of the quest line, essentially. Check the shop. I will check everything in a bit. First... Oh, hello, Morphatui.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
They're being sus. We trusted the captain, but now the captain is gone, so the
Also,
Fatui are
how
back
did
to
they
being
get
sus.
this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan, maybe they've been given a bit more leeway.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes. Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
Let's not ask any questions. Let's just go over there and beat the shit out of them. The truth of the Battle of 7 Colors. We're gonna go full American style on them. Shoot first, ask questions second. That's how we do this.
Ahem! What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
Because he was fed, I was sussy imposter among us. Yes, apparently. Speaking of, why? I wonder. Since we are streaming Genshin again today, what are the chances that we'll get another scammer in the Discord? I feel like there is a decently high chance of that happening. I mean, we already got one earlier today, and that was before I went live. I didn't even go live, and we already got another scammer.
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
Excuse me, did you just say the Fatui? I guess we're calling them the Fatui now. Since when are we calling them the Fatui? Oh well.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and his fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow!
Oh no.
We're really famous at this
Don't
point,
tell us,
traveler.
don't turn us into marketable stories.
It's truly
See
my
you in a bit,
lucky
Finna.
day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Something tells me we can't escape this one, and if the pay is good, you know...
Alright, we'll hear your request.
Just make sure you pay me primo gems. More like Fatsui.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
With her personality, pretty slim.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I mean, yeah, the Hydra and Cryo dudes, they are... Fair. Fair enough.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler. If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
I don't even know what the pay is yet. Why do you need her help?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alia, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
She's the one that worked with colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of 7 Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective.
Well, it can't be more brutal than the recent one.
Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield. The color was
that incredibly
extraordinary,
depressed-looking person
illusory
in
in
the
appearance
background?
while also seeming to
I mean, now we
possess
can't see him
physical
anymore,
form.
but I'm sure
Legend
we'll
has
pan
it
back in a
that
second.
Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, why is the press
too much of
person
your
there?
time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth.
And Citlali would be the person to ask,
If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I needed to be factual. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough.
The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access.
But I could gain access, probably.
Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
Talent title gets upgraded. Ooh.
We've been over this, CodeErr. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years.
Yeah,
that means
she's
she
our
lived
granny,
during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Even though, let's face it, Traveler is even older than that as far as I'm aware. Actually, no, not as far as I'm aware. We are older than that. Because we know we are at the very least older than 500 years. And that is just from what we know from this world alone. Who knows how much time we've spent traveling other worlds before that.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
And that is why Roran calls us Grams.
Want to help you?
Yes. We actually should go ask her, Paimon.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
Well, let's get going then. And soon it will be time for Grams to finally pull for Granny. After I've completed Granny's Tribal Chronicles quest, then I'll pull for her. Ooh.
So, this is where the great shaman lives?
I haven't actually been to her place yet, have I?
Civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
I mean, we do know she lives a little bit further away from the tribe. We have been told as much.
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, CodeErr. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
Well, maybe that would make negotiations easier, because she can't think clearly. But that would be rude. We're very close to her. We shouldn't use her like that when she's hungover. Well, here we go.
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something. Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Itzli? Are you home?
Door's thrown open and you met with the pungent smell of alcohol.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
I see you're doing well for yourself. Damn. Good to know she at least cleans up after herself. She's doing a very great job at that. So, Citlali's a real hermit, huh?
Traveler!
And now she's awake. The door closes abruptly. Wait, she's gotta clean up. Give her a moment.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Just give her a moment. She's hurrying along.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
That is, I feel like right. We stand Citlali over here.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
Oh, Spinne, I am sorry to say you missed the gorgeous state her room was in. When she opened the door, half drunkenly, we were met with the smell of alcohol and could see into her house, everything just being a mess. She's perfect. She is perfect. Anyway, let's go in. So she did clean up.
Citlali lives.
Slammed the door in our faces just so she could clean up a little bit.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
I mean, hey, it's a lot cleaner than it looked when we were able to peek in through the door.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
Okay, then. Whatever you say.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
I mean, hey,
and that
the Granny and Gramps romance
transfer
route
my
is on the
senses
way.
to You're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Yeah, not because you're scared that I can read your thoughts right now.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
You do? Oh, she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
Sorry, no need to pout. There, head pats for Granny Itzli. I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother, I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts.
At least you're not keeping it a secret. Thanks for at least telling me. They're not for me, she needs the head pats, but I appreciate them anyway. Ow. Well, I probably deserve that one, Bones. Oh, by the way, ow. By the way, did you notice me commenting on that person that joined your Discord server? Just figured I might as well warn you of the potential scammer that joined there. And thanks for the hydrate. Alright. Just figured it was very weird. Yeah, Bones does have a Discord server. It's not very active, but it is there. But yeah, the person in question joined Gabe's server, mine, yours, all at the same time when none of us were streaming or anything, very suspicious, and proceeded to send out friend requests to basically everyone on every server. Not suspicious at all. But good to know that they've been taken care of.
It was just a simple spell. I use it on you and now it's on the fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
I mean, yeah, of course it would be more active yeah. I feel like Discord servers tend to get more inactive the less streams the streamer in charge of the Discord server does. That makes sense, absolutely. But yeah. I mean, it's not like I didn't give that person a chance to explain themselves. They joined. Even though I was suspicious, I asked them what was up. They were online. I gave them like, what? 10 minutes. They just joined and they were online for the entire time and they didn't try to respond even though I added them multiple times. At that point, yeah, I was basically certain there was nothing I could do.
So they didn't use the hero of Natlan to put in a good word.
For the suspicious
Sounds
activity.
like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
Don't be too busy. Come on.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah. We were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
That we are.
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
You see how it connects?
You'd be doing us a big favor. That face. Perfection. Again, I keep saying it. She's perfect.
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
I mean, of course there's hope. It's literally my ancient name. Haha.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
And you pissed her off, and now your chances are probably gone. Oh boy.
Citlali.
They're dead. They're fucking dead. Citlali suddenly walks out, and you rush after her.
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Tao, Farina, and Citlali? Well, I'm gonna have two of them. Who knows, maybe at some point I'll actually pull for Hu Tao. I basically maxed out the character I really desperately want. I think going forward I'm just gonna try getting different characters. And who knows, maybe at one point I'll pull Hu Tao. Just because you like her. And then I will also have her.
Understood.
Pulling Hu Tao for someone else's sake, that makes sense to me.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Itzli would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel.
Yay!
Except 10 times worse.
Do it!
That's all I came out here to say.
Do it!
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itzli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But If I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Citlali was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
You'll be helping me fulfill my duty.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
Did you forget Zhongli's birthday? Spinne, the problem is, as much as I stan Zhongli, I can't even keep track of actual people's birthdays that I know. You think I can keep track of all the fictional characters' birthdays?
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway.
Who are you calling heartless?
I said I never took you to be the heartless type.
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
31st of December. Of course. I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together?
I mean, we already agreed.
After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
AKA Muiwara, AKA everyone. AKA any name except for Scaramouche. Alright, sounds good. Alright, we're here.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about.
Scaramouche
I
is
know
dead
as
to
much
me.
as anyone else
He's
in
dead
my
to
tribe.
all of us. Scaramouche died and was reborn as a much better person.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molo-Saw said the two of
It's
you
kind
were
of
close
how,
friends.
you know, in Star Wars, when
battle
Darth
was
Vader kills
legendary.
Anakin. Just,
Why
you know, the
didn't
other way
Quincy
around.
tell you about it?
Close friends?
Scaramouche
More
is
like
dead
arch
and Wanderer
rivals.
killed him.
Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Weezeling School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Wait, what? They challenged you by drawing graffiti right outside your house.
Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Weezeling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary change, in all
As
honesty.
my rival, Weezeling only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only
Which
assume
isn't a
she
lot,
had
but it's
some
weird
kind
that
of
it happened
secret
twice.
technique at her disposal.
Yeah. Knew that line was coming as the follow-up.
It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different
I mean,
than
that's
handing
like
it
when
to
I
me on
talk
a silver
about
platter.
having a
would give away
detective
her
named
one
Kyoko in a
advantage.
piece of Japanese media that I enjoy, who hates her deceased father, but over time gradually softens up and actually really appreciates the happy-go-lucky main character dude. Then yeah, for that I'd also have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Also add to that they're very physically fit. I guess the name Kyoko is just perfect for that character type.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So Citlali is doing all this for me.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
Yeah, don't misunderstand. I get it. You're acting a little bit tsundere over there. Great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home. Why am I thinking these thoughts when she can hear my thoughts? I can't control the thoughts inside my head.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
Yeah, no thoughts, head empty. Calm yourself. Empty your mind. Don't think anything or she'll hear it.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
I mean, you could just pretend. You could have just pretended to not know.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Citlali used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Citlali was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A
Because
technique
it's too
that
complicated.
powerful, and no shaman since has ever used it?
Just another part of her. Excuse me! She's one of the few characters who, age-wise, is, you know, close enough to Traveler for it to make sense. Because she is also a couple 100 years old. Which, yeah, we are even older than that, but still. I mean, honestly, all the other characters are like little children compared to the age that we have.
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Hero Jack shit. Honestly.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Just anything to prove it.
So the battle really is
Anything.
controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Citlali was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on.
Yeah,
Still,
so why
if the
didn't
technique
she?
is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Just about 2 hours ago. Well, that's a new problem for playing multiple Hoyoverse games.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you.
Oh, new.
But If I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Damn.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life? It's like Citlali's some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine.
Now
I
that's
said I'd
my
help,
Granny.
so I'll help.
Yes.
But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, let's get a move on.
The rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Alright, down we go. Actually, I can't clip through the floor, so I'll have to teleport.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Itzli?
Don't you dare run away.
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
Damn. Called out.
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Itzli will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Wheatsealing.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like
The
she's
rules are
finally
meant
had
to be
enough.
broken.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
Enough. She beat them in a duel, so what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head.
Excuse me! I can think whatever I want. Whether or not I say those thoughts out loud, that is up to me. It's not my fault you're still stuck there reading my thoughts.
I'm Granny Itzli. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
Alright, do you want me to leave? Because... Okay, fine. I guess I don't have the guts for that, apparently. Well, I do. Just that... that casual smile. Well, I do. I have love and respect for you.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Yeah, disappointed before immediately leading into the smile.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not
Don't have
going
enough
down
guts,
without
Persona
a fight.
5. I will level up my guts until I do.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Hello, it's me.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Talapo telling us to treat Granny Itzli as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Impossible! Impossible!
You forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But Chief!
And the chief is here too.
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
It is our favorite Granny. And Tall Dude is here too. We like Tall Dude.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Itzli. However, Elder Talapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Itzli to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Talapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
That's something at the very least. I think so, yes, Spinner. I do in fact think Zhongli is on that height. Because I know a lot of characters are the height where they could just, you know, walk right between his legs. And Zhongli is a little bit taller. So, yeah, he would be that height. And then he places a pillar. I would not want Zhongli... would not want this for anyone. For anyone. If Zhongli just walks up to them and is like, right between your legs, I shall place a pillar.
Gather.
I mean, the pillar is big enough that most people would just be lifted up entirely. But with that dude, I feel like it would actually hit very painfully. That exists? Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
Hi there, Elder Talapo!
It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Elder Talapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Talapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Ha!
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
I mean, I think that basically confirms Citlali out-elders the Elder.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilin's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitzilin were pretty close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
I mean, now you have me.
You've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Well, we can be friends. I, at the very least, won't die of old age before you do, it seems.
Anyway,
I don't know about Paimon.
Let's get back to business.
How long does a
hate
Paimon
talking
live?
about the past.
Does a Paimon have a longer or a shorter life expectancy than the average human?
Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Everyone apparently lives an average of yes years, it would seem. Alright, what's up, Chief?
Hey there, Chief Biram.
Hello, Biram.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
Well, we are working on it right now.
True, but Granny Itzli promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said
Sorry,
you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Itzli. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course. The one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe Citlali's worried she looks old.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
Give me a moment, Paimon, I'm thinking.
It's not important. Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
Haha. You have my thanks, then.
Well, where to now? Over here, huh?
Huh.
Well?
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Huitzilin's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But
damn!
That's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of 7 Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
Well, we're trying to prove it happened.
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all,
sure, blame the
everyone who took part in the
Outlanders.
battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
No, quite the opposite.
You
We
think
want to
she's
prove
like
it.
you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Huitzilin most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it, proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
Or have each of them inherited a part of the technique? They wouldn't know unless they put all their skills together. Maybe that's it. Well,
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
damn, you suck.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort.
Again, maybe it's split up. Maybe they need to put their skills together.
Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Citlali's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy. Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Citlali's secret techniques, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
Well, you're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
I mean, apparently I don't even need to use proper words anymore because you can just read my mind and stuff. So whatever. Recount everything you learned to
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right?
Yes.
You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end.
Yeah, we don't know for sure
Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too, Citlali.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with Citlali's past?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Probably like friendly rivals more so, that would explain the constant fights.
I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's
I always want to keep investigating. That's what I do best.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
Well, it's not what I do best, we all know that's something else, but I do investigate a lot. I do like me some mystery games.
Hello, are you a shaman?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Itzli?
He collapsed.
In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Itzli. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Itzli. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Want to experience it firsthand? I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Citlali, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Citlali didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, It's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Citlali was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
It makes sense. If it's a technique to turn the tide of war, that might not be too useful in, like, daily life.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Citlali would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Citlali's most gifted students.
Yeah, we already asked them.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Citlali's stories were passed down to us as well.
Well, there we go.
Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories.
That happened twice, of course. Everything happens twice. By the way, I will still say one thing. About pulling for Hu Tao in the future, right? I did say if I pull for Hu Tao, it'll mainly be because I'd be doing it for you. But there is one thing that stands out about Hu Tao that I like more than anything else about her. And that's her Japanese voice actor. That is the one thing about Hu Tao that I admire beyond belief.
And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something
concrete. And you can't blame me.
Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Citlali's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories.
Okay.
In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Citlali's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah,
no!
That's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
Huh.
What do you mean?
Shall we step aside then? Okay, got it.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Citlali was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Alright, let's be on our way.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Ah, save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Yeah, you listed off. There's the list. Yes. Again, big respect. Big respect for that VA. For obvious reasons. Oh, I feel like you would know why I respect that VA so much. Just accept the gift, Citlali.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must.
Oh boy.
It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several
Yeah,
editions have gone
was
to print, but copies of the first
Damn.
edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
Damn.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yai Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves.
Are people ever growing tired of isekais, though? I don't think so.
Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Ria Takahashi, amazing, amazing voice actress. Just peak. Also, supposedly, she acts a lot like Ochuni IRL.
Sorry,
So she
I'm
really
not
is
sure I
made
caught
for
all
some of the
that.
characters she voices.
What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
And apparently she's also a bit of a Shotakon, from what I've been told.
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Amateur.
Just leave the books to me.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
I mean, yeah, Shmina, I
Well,
get
I'm
that.
sure Miss
I
Citlali
totally
can
do.
help us with that.
Have you
The same
even looked at the time?
Sometimes a shared VA
it's
is
already
amazing,
evening,
and that's
and
all
I
you
have
need.
important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Let's break for the day and meet back up tomorrow.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
What do you think, Citlali?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
My guess is that she just wants to sleep in. Very relatable. As I keep saying, she's perfect.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
All right, as Miss Citlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Alright, I guess we're doing another time skip.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Itzli satisfied with my answer?
I think
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
She's actually really nice.
To be honest, Granny Itzli almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
I mean, what? I wasn't even all that intimidated when we first met.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Wanna grab a meal? My treat.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
Those important plans are going drinking with us.
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried
Same place?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
Okay, fair enough.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
What is the necessary spell work that you'd rather do in private? I am curious. I'm guessing we're about to find out then. Ooh, that is a little bit further away. Up on the cliff, huh? Okay. What would be the best way to get... Ah, there we go. There we go.
Is this the place?
Looks like it.
No, further up.
Further up?
The balloon up there? Citlali leads you to a hot air balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here.
I see.
Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Can I also have one of these hot air balloons?
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it, right?
I need to think something very offensive. This really is a one-of-a-kind view. That must be why Citlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong.
Damn it!
Hold on! Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
Why do I need to close my eyes? What are you about to use? Oh, okay. We're going for the forehead.
Please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
We're going for the forehead. Why is Paimon looking so smug back there? There is nothing to be smug about for you.
Okay, what about now?
My nose. I think I heard something. Sounded like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Citlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you.
Well, I guess we gotta go even further then. If the hands don't do it and the forehead doesn't do it, what's the next step, Citlali? What's the next step? Forehead.
For a
Not
human
quite the smoochies,
soul,
but
to
yeah,
lose
forehead
the
to
boundaries
forehead.
of the mind is to
Hi,
drown
Donius,
in
by
the
the way.
sea
Yeah,
of
hello.
consciousness without a concept of self.
Listen, alright, she's getting more and more drunk. She's getting more and more drunk, and who knows what the next step of physical contact would be here. I feel like this could very easily escalate at this point. Oh boy, are those tacos? Looks like it, yes.
Wait, that sounds bad.
Who knows
read that
indeed.
in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Hoo boy. Are we sure she should be doing these shaman activities right now while fully drunk?
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
Of course it would
Just-
be what you would do.
I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Itzli. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe.
I feel
someone
like-
everyone loves and respects.
I feel like it's a matter of her lifespan as well. She did say, after all, something about losing friends and all of that. I mean, if you live as long as her, it's only natural that you'd be scared to get close to people because you know you're gonna outlive them. Every person you try to get close to is just gonna die at some point. Let's face it, Citlali is like, yeah, again, 200 years. 200 years. She's been going through this stuff. I feel I understand why she's pushing people away.
When you live as long as me,
Yeah.
a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again.
But you can grow close to me. Let's face it, again, we know this. We have lived even longer than Citlali. The big old war happened 500 years ago. And we were already in this world when that war happened. And before all of that, we were traveling different worlds. We don't know how old the Traveler is. We just know that we're at least a good massive chunk older than 500 years.
Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there.
Yeah, we just slept for a long time there.
That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day. Just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul.
Yeah, it definitely is no wonder that she drinks. And boy, does she drink.
If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Shows what you know. Actually, I might have a long lifespan.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
God damn it, why could they not get the voice actor? Why could they not get the voice actor? All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on in the world of my memories. Friend. No longer family, I guess. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. Yeah, immediately drinking again. I don't know what signals that look is supposed to be sending me right now. I know she's blushing because of the alcohol. Partially, at least.
Is something wrong?
Nothing, Paimon. Don't worry about it.
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
And she's still acting like a massive tsundere. Ah, boy. But yeah, she deserves all the hugs. Although she would probably not accept them. She would absolutely not accept them.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Yeah, okay, well that's not happening. That is absolutely not happening.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna...
Whoa, okay, there she goes, I guess.
Need some time to think.
Okay, goodbye, Citlali. Citlali pieces out. I must go, my people need me. Yeah, she's always been like this.
Alright.
Wait until 11 the next day. Don't drink and fly. You can't tell her what to do. Just try and tell her what to do. She'll beat the crap out of every single one of us if we attempt it. There are no rules against flying while drunk. Citlali, no. Oh boy. Alright, where to? Down there? I absolutely have to pull for Citlali. It is no surprise. Everybody knows I really want her. And obviously I'm also pulling for Mavuika because I did say I would pull for all the Archons. Well, here we are.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time. She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Nope, she here.
Ahem.
How you feeling? Hangover?
Citlali!
Or are you like any signs of a hangover?
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
Are you sure about that?
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
And there's the rest of our
Traveler,
entourage.
great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
More backup, I see.
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
Well, down we go.
This should be it.
Gonna open up a pathway to a domain. Oh.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
Let's go. There will be just another domain. Go into the cave steps. Finally, following Etchman's direction, Citlali managed to find the entrance to the ruined battlefield. All this time, it turns out that the secrets of the Battle of Seven Colors lay buried deep underground. Recommended elements cryo and animo? I don't need any of the recommended elements. I'll go in with my usual team. Screw your recommendations. I am good to go. Plus, I might get Citlali as a trial character for this anyway.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
Yes, I do get her. Let's see her attacks. Okay. Obviously, she would be a catalyst user. Very cute. Charged attack? Ah, right, of course. Of course, she copies. Of course, I forgot she would copy. Please, please, give me time. Let me check everything. And yes, she can fly! What else? Riding a giant pillow, yeah. Look at that! Pillow slash plushie. Her plunge is unique?
Return to the skies!
Wait.
Watch out!
Ah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan
Also, of course,
in the
by
first
the way,
place.
7 colors, 7 nations, 7 elements. Always 7.
Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases. You got it.
Still not sure I trust
Don't
them.
jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Still not sure I trust them. They are the Fatui. And yes, we have worked together with a Fatui general in the past. Specifically, the captain. But the captain is gone. And a lot of the stuff that the Fatui are doing is still very, very... Just eh. So I'm not entirely sure we can trust them.
This wall is in our way!
Very sus
I might have an
indeed.
idea. Traveler, try removing that spear.
Oh, I just interact with it. And then I can go through. Intriguing.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
That would explain creating a maze using colors. Some kind of magic
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
Yeah. Again, I don't trust them.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
I'll probably have to fight these idiots at the end of it. Let's face it. And they will make quite the combo. We got a close range attacker, a long range attacker, and a healer to worry about. At least they got a good team composition, I'll give them that. And then I place it in here and these platforms will become solid.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and see what happens.
Yep, no surprise there.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Cute. I like Granny Itzli.
Incoming. Yeah.
All right, now we got blue. The pillow fight plunge. It will be a powerful attack to utilize. Whoa. Alright, that is a straight up teleport door. Ooh, now we're getting fancy.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Well, if it's accurate memory, then it's still gonna provide us with some, you know, some evidence that the fight took place. Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
Oh?
Wheatsealing?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Still, you get to chat with your old friend.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be
Power of
trapped
memory,
here for
huh?
eternity.
Do I have to memorize paths?
So
I mean, I know
be
it's
brave, my
color
friends,
related,
and
but
march forward.
we'll see if I also have to memorize stuff. Hopefully not.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Still calling them out, huh? Her students are never enough for Citlali. Alright. Where does the yellow one go? Does it loop back around? No, it does go somewhere else. Whoop. Not so fast. Citlali seems like a really useful character to have.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures.
At least it's not rift
likely
hounds.
trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Fulfill our pact! Citlali, eats Papa! Get him! Yeah! Incoming!
Gather!
Show no mercy!
Please stop running away. Alright, so I can take purple. Is that a good idea though? Because now I can't... I shouldn't be able to walk on purple paths anymore. What?
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies navigate this place.
Changing to blue is fine, but if it changes to purple, then I'll fall through. Yep, just like that.
More monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Already on it.
Boing, boing, boom!
You two! Time to end them!
Solidify!
And now I can take yellow, which will make me fall through even more. Oh, but I got rid of the purple one. Okay. Oh. That's fine. Okay, yeah, no, we get the path. Wonderful.
This place is so pretty. If not for
Watch
those
out
monsters,
for yellow.
Grandma would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Wait for me, you stupid platform.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
Alright. Another teleport door, it seems.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Bisexual lighting, yes. We got all that bisexual lighting in here.
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze.
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken.
Why do you expect theft?
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of
The
physical
way they're
evidence,
nodding at
after
each
all.
other, they're acting sus.
No, you may not.
Yeah, there we go. Not so fast. Knew I couldn't trust them.
What are you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat.
Damn. Yeah, you don't mess with Citlali. And her light novels.
I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat. But the die in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye.
Wow. And because of that, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna annihilate history.
Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written.
Welcome side.
Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
Just needs to use different weasel words in his advertising. Yeah. I mean, you definitely just rephrase it a little bit and it should be fine.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
I knew
should have
if I
reported
was
it right
just
away.
allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant
should have
in the printing
immediately been
industry.
reported for the attempted bribery and everything.
But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell. I will never accept that someone from this backwards, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Wow. Okay. This backwards, ignorant nation. Okay, sure. Just go ahead and insult all the people here. Yeah, he is a racist too, apparently. Jesus.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed
We're
report
about to show him exactly why everyone...
Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine.
We're about to show him exactly why everyone is afraid of Citlali. We're gonna show him why the people of her tribe have nightmares about her.
Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Teyvat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you're talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
I'm sorry, but are you stupid?
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Yep. He's about to die.
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Whitzelin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell.
Wow. Wow.
And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
As if she would want that. Yeah, not a very good negotiator, I will say.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Your history means nothing to me, he said, in a nation that is all about their history and preserving their memories. I mean, the whole thing is that they preserve the history and tales of their heroes in the Night Kingdom. That's the whole thing of this nation. And you're insulting their history here?
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson and make it strict.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
Told you I would fight them. Alright, the healer needs to go first, obviously. After that, this dude is my main concern. Because his shield is annoying when he gets one up. Then again, I do have Citlali on my side, and I think Cryo is the most efficient way to get rid of his barrier. So maybe I don't need to prioritize him that much. Well, we'll see how it goes.
I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
Duck, 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 duck,
The captain. You actually bought that?
Quick ducks. Duke. Okay then. Alright.
United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
Is that the next one we're gonna meet then? I assume that's the next one we're gonna be meeting. Because we did hear that they might very well send a different harbinger here now that the captain is gone and has also, by the way, even before the captain, you know, ended himself essentially, he has also sent a message back to Shnesnaya saying that he would no longer try to claim the Gnosis. He lost a fair duel and would no longer try to steal the Gnosis. So obviously they would send someone else.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
Not a big fan? Well, I'll see about that when I meet that character.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning!
This doesn't change anything, Paimon.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Alright, let's go. Oh, they don't even have the healer in here. You don't even have your healer in your loadout? Are you actually stupid? Well, there goes their tank.
Woo!
Onto the ranged attacker. Oh, there's your healer. A little bit late to bring him out now. And he's dead. Imagine that.
Show no mercy.
Stabilize.
Suffer the wrath of...
Already done.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Itzli. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
What do you mean, when did I get so strong? We were always this strong. Again, we went up against gods and dragons, and you think we can't beat the shit out of a few tiny little mercenaries? Kind of didn't seem like he planned it out very well from the beginning. Yeah, honestly. I feel like his intel is super old. Like, seriously. How could we be underestimated this much?
Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
I honestly feel bad for this dude. Like, it seems like he genuinely cares about you know, getting a good grasp on history and preserving everything. And he's just along for the ride on this. And didn't want any... He probably wasn't even aware of the true plan this dude was pursuing. Like, honestly.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
You?
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed.
Oh, so he has a backup plan.
Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
Appreciate you informing me about this. That way we might be able to do something.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
Well, I guess not much time to do anything.
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
Get Zhongli quick, yeah, just get a shield out for everyone. And use the geo powers to just be like, nope.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
No, you don't.
Our surroundings look different, though.
What now?
What did that F2P guy do?
We need to find Citlali.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Citlali! Looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I saw the special color. It seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There's no time to think about that. Let's just go. Just go.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
Oh,
he triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly.
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it!
Damn.
Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse.
Yeah, we
I
might
know
be kind
time
of
flows
screwed if
differently
we
in
don't
this
make
place,
it in time.
But that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms.
Well, that should make it easier for us to meet each other again.
That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection.
Oh, but you do have a lasting connection. There is one connection.
Well, at the very least,
and I'm already on my way.
You have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago.
Oh, the connections.
But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our
So that color has
ancestors.
existed for even longer than that.
More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated
Right
to live
magnifying
a far
glass,
longer
left
life
magnifying
than
glass, right magnifying glass,
couldn't
left
bear the thought of
magnifying
all
glass,
those years
right
existing
magnifying
as a
glass,
blank
left
canvas in your
magnifying
memory.
glass, right magnifying glass, left magnifying 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 glass, right magnifying glass, left
That's gonna take
magnifying
a while,
glass,
isn't it?
right magnifying glass, left magnifying glass, right magnifying glass, left magnifying glass, right magnifying glass, left magnifying glass,
Thanks, TTS.
right magnifying glass, left magnifying glass.
There we go. Oh no. It's gotta be all... It was done at that moment. Yes.
So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Try to not put too many. Rob is a master of putting too many.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too
Glad to
will
know
want
some
to
people
leave
have
behind
restraint.
your color and someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
Thank you. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
I have to find her.
Traveler?
Yeah, you already got connections. No need to risk
the
too
realm
much.
Of memory I constructed. I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200
No
years,
need to toss any of your
someone
memories.
has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide him
And
to
is
this
that
space.
why we still have...
You now have a connection at
Is
your
that why
disposal.
why we still have that mental connection? Where she can still read my thoughts?
Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed. But the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
And here we go. We have arrived.
Traveler!
Now let's get out of here. We finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
Yes, hand holding. Let's go. Always ready for that.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time! Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us.
Except he couldn't get
The
out.
external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians?
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space.
I think I saw
Maybe
one
they
if the
already
camera
made a run
pans
for
again.
it.
Yep.
Hello.
Again, I feel bad for this guy. I think he really had no idea what was actually going on.
It's one of Malu Son's employees! Quick, restrain him!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Gotta answer some questions about that idiot.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not
He's
sure
about
if you
to
can catch
die
up.
still. Oh, she can catch up, and she will
That
catch
way?
up.
Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay.
Oh, dead end.
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
I guess you went down a dead end. What a fool. Oh, Or better yet, he been caught.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Montluçon!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance. No! No!
Ah, yes.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, I will have fun. Thanks for joining me. See you around, Tormuse.
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most.
Of course, he's most afraid of losing his money.
It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right!
I know. It was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll.
Yeah, still gotta wrap all that up.
The die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
God, really? Oh, before I head over there, I'm gonna grab this There we go, claim all of this. Alright, now off to Citlali's house once again. Citlali, wait for me. Wow, that worked out super well. Alright, there we go. Let me in!
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Oh? You are such a fake fan, absolutely. Unlike a real fan like myself. I know every last detail about Persona, unlike you.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, Do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
Because, you know, close
As
friends
your
and
friend,
rivals.
I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision.
It lifts itself when I look at it.
I know
Of course
you
it
will
would,
understand
Finny.
one
No
day.
surprise there.
For now,
No surprise.
will you accept my final request?
Just this once.
Well, not like you can accept multiple final requests
I
here.
understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Alright. Coloring time. Claw helps you bring the woven scroll outside. Well. It is time.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time.
Cutscene time, perhaps?
I linger between brushes of memory,
Seems like
seeking
it.
the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with
Again,
which
the
to
game
sail into
is
the
always so
unknown.
gorgeous. How does it do it?
And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found.
All the different tribes.
And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
Jesus, that must have taken a while to animate. And nice. Our victory.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Serving these colors in memory, that's the true duty of the appointed. That way they're not lost to piles of black and white text.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll.
Damn, that is positively glowing. Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I
Damn.
wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Damn! Damn, it was always Citlali, huh? Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yes.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Sweet Ceiling died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever.
We already have a connection. We can't deny that.
I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Oh?
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
I shall do that. Does this mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment.
Yes.
Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories.
And that's why we could share thoughts.
And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Do you want to, though?
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it? Do we even want to stop it? We can communicate through our thoughts.
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Well, that ain't happening.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
Paimon is so confused. Paimon is just so out of it.
It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Oh, Paimon. So you can turn it off? That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
I mean, probably fair.
Huh?
Let's leave Paimon out of the loop. She doesn't need to know. Just gonna grab this. Wait until the next day. Hooray, more waiting. Confirm. Who would have thought? A 4-hour stream yesterday? And today we're still gonna go probably a nice bit over 3 hours. Considering, again, we still need to wrap up this quest and then do the gacha. But that shouldn't take too long, I think.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
Alright. You share everything you learned about the special color while keeping Citlali's contribution out of it, I guess.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described.
Yes, because there's totally not someone who knows it.
After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
All right, we'll leave that to you.
And please pass along my thanks to Granny Itzli. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended.
All right.
And it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Biram. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
And now we gotta explain it to Citlali. Citlali! Hi there. Hello. May I sit down?
You told him everything, right?
Yep. We left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserved something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, what do you want?
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all.
Fair
enough. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Why not?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you, I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
He has a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick.
I have important plans after this.
Important
Like drinking.
plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
He conducts a thorough interview, only leaving when Citlali finally runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
Yeah, God, I hate how quickly the social battery can drain sometimes. I know that all too well. We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
That is pretty easy. I can just teleport over there. Plus, I have some connections with Yai Publishing House.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Excuse me? Some, aka Yai and A. I mean, also, apparently we have her key now.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Okay then. That felt oddly casual for just giving us the key to her house. I guess that's fair enough. Yeah, that is a lot of trust. Yoink. Well, I'll have to see if I can schedule a stream for next week to do Mavuika's story quest. We'll see. We'll see when I can do that. Anyway, it's time. Obviously, we're starting with Citlali. Pull. I know what I'm doing. Let's go gambling, indeed. I have enough primos, I think. Let's go for it. Let's see how long it'll take. Ah, dang it. There'll be a few more aw dang it's, I imagine. Only weapons this time around, not a single character. You know what, if it's not gold, I might as well just hit the skip button. Ah, we did get another Kachina, which is nice. More. Ah, dang it. More. Ah, dang it. More. Ah, dang it. Come on. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Citlali, please. Please, Citlali. Yes, Citlali!
From the Masters of the Nightwind. I have read the stars and seen the future through the obscuring smoke. You shall be blessed with good fortune and have the aid of powerful allies during
I
your
shall
journey.
indeed be blessed with good
Allow
fortune.
me to join you.
Good fortune
Hey,
indeed.
I can be serious, but stop looking at me like that.
I am 90% certain this was a 50-50 yes. Let me check the history. Okay. Why does it start from the back? Why does it start this way around? That's horrible. Why would it start from the back? When did they change that? Takes an hour to update. Oh. Yeah, but then it was the 50-50. Yeah, 50-50. I thought it was going from the back, but apparently, yeah, it just takes too long to update. I'm stupid. I am stupid, we know this. Anyway, on to Mavuika. Let's go gambling! Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Wow. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Honestly, I'm not sure if I have enough Primo Gems to get to her guaranteed. If I lose the 50-50 on her, I might not get her at all. Which would be a little bit upsetting. Okay. Here we go. Fucking Bennett. Well, there's the lost 50-50. Ooh, there is hope, but I don't like my chances. I don't like my chances now. When have I last been this low on Primo Gems? It's been forever since I've been this low. I'm running out. This is it! Final push! No! Ah, dang it. Monthly polls, I think I already grabbed those. Pretty sure I already grabbed those. Let's see, I can get a few more Primo Gems over here. And that's that. Five more over here. Weapons are ultra trash. I still kind of want them for completion's sake, though.
Boats.
I'll get enough for one more 10 pull. Okay? I'll do one more. And hopefully for the next stream I will have saved up enough for another 10 pull. In terms of Primos, we'll see. And maybe then I'll get lucky if I don't get lucky now. I didn't get lucky now. Well, I got Citlali, who I definitely wanted more than Mavuika anyway. Still, I want the Archons.
Transferring.
And hey, I got a constellation for Jean. What do you get? Dandelion Breeze level increase? Sure. What else do I get? Hey, I think I should upgrade the constellation. I'm not that stupid. What do you even want? Oh, right, I can grab that, I guess. Don't worry, I still have chances to get her in the future. She will be restored. Sure. Better. Get the signature weapon of a standard. Well, see, I'm still just gonna get the weapons as are. Citlali! I have her now. Alright, Kachina, you get an upgrade. She will absorb nearby elemental shards. Alright, sure. Yes, she will regain 20 Night Soul points. Sure. Level up, easy. When there are opponents within the field, character gains increased defense, doesn't hurt. That's another level up. And when a character's shield is replaced or destroyed for any reason, Katrina will do 200% of her defenses AoE Geo. This seems useful. Alright. Mail.
Oddities back.
Nothing of note. We are pretty deep into pity. We should be able... Like, there is a chance. I feel like we should be in soft pity at this point, probably. So there is a chance that in my next Genshin stream, if I do another 10 pull for Mavuika, she might come home. There is a chance. Again, Citlali was higher on the priority list. But she is Mavuika is an Archon. And as I've said before, I do want to have every Archon. There is still time to get her. I'll try. I don't know when I can do it yet, but I'm planning to schedule another Genshin stream for next week, where we will do Mavuika's story quest. And you know what? It would be more fitting if I get her for that, right? We can all agree it would be most fitting if I actually pull Mavuika when I'm doing Mavuika's story quest. It's just the smartest move. So yeah, that's the plan then. I'll try to, at the very least, collect enough primos for another 10 pull. Shouldn't be too difficult to get like 600 extra primos in the next few days. I can do that. I just need to explore a little bit more and it'll be fine. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and find us someone to raid. Kamu C6 strongly, and I remember Kamu C6 Bennett. Yeah, we both you again, quote unquote ruined. You need to have the quotation marks for me as well. Because everyone who's not using Hu Tao will appreciate that Zhongli is good. C6. And those who do play Hu Tao, they will hate me for it. Like you. Well, you say that, but... Again, how did I ruin my account if I don't plan on using Hu Tao? And nobody else really has a disadvantage from healing shields. So, yeah. Plan on using Bennett? I mean, fair. Again, I'm not sure if I plan on using Bennett at any point, so I probably could just upgrade his constellation if I felt like it. Also, Spinny, you were getting very upset over the fact that we haven't raided Alex in a while. Should I raid him today? Is that fair? I feel like it's fair if we raid Alex today, then. Because yesterday you were getting a little upsetty at me for not raiding him. Halo Sign's lame, though? Ah, so now you're against it. Yeah, we're going for the Alex raid. Dum-da-dum-da-dum. And let's head on over. Now remember, next stream is tomorrow. It will be FNF. As per usual on Fridays, we will be funkin' on that Friday night. As we do. And as for Genshin, as I said, I'm planning to do another Genshin stream sometime next week, but I don't know when that's gonna be yet. I can't really make any promises there currently. In any event, thank you all so much for watching this stream. I hope you had fun. I think it was quite an enjoyable experience because we got to spend more time with Citlali. But yeah, hopefully next time on Genshin I will be able to get Mavuika as well. Didn't really think I would ever run that low on Primos again, but here we are. Well, I'll see you around. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you want to catch me live in the future, you can do so by simply checking the description down below. There's a link to my Twitch. I stream there every single Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days of the week too, though that's a bit more irregular. For Genshin streams, definitely, those are usually after an update comes out, usually a few days, maybe up to a week after that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around another time. Until then, have a good one, and yeah, goodbye.